And when I graduated, like a lot of other people, there were no jobs in marine biology. So I was able to get into a management training program in retail. And I spent a couple years in retail, and I spent 5 or 6 years after that inside high-tech sales management in the San Francisco Bay Area. So after that, I ended up coming down to Atlanta from the San Francisco Bay Area about the time that the dot-coms kind of went sour, and was just working at an insurance company down here. And when they announced that the aquarium was going to open, I was like, that's it. That's where I got to work. So I just kind of, every chance I got to get my foot in the door, I used my wife, to every media contact that she had to get my foot in the door here. And that's how I ended up here.
So how did you end up in sales for the
I started in the call center. I was one of the assistant managers in the call center, and they originally had 2 sales managers. And so in my spare time in the call center, I said, hey, I help these guys up in group sales because basically they need it. They only had a corporate and a tour and travel manager. And after about 8 months, it was enough work that really warranted having a full-time position up there. And so I moved up in that spot once they created it. And in their spare time, they said, why don't you work on the social sales? And so 3 or 4 months into that, as I was producing $30,000 and $40,000 a month on the side, like, maybe we need to do a social sales manager. So they created that position, and I moved into that position. So that's what I've been doing since then.
What's your favorite venue in the aquarium for events?
I really like the Ocean Voyager. I mean, the ballroom is great because it's got both windows into this tank and also into the beluga tank. So, I mean, it offers the best of both worlds in that room. And my favorite window in the whole aquarium is actually the ballroom window into this tank, because you actually get a chance to look down into the tank, whereas here you're always looking up into it. So that ballroom window, you get eye to eye with the manta ray, you get eye to eye with the large whale sharks swimming right by you. I really enjoy that. Have larger and larger reveals to them. So these all start small with these baby windows. This is Ocean Voyager. It's the single largest tank in the entire world right now. So it's listed in the Guinness Book of World Records, but it's listed in pints in the Guinness Book of World Records. Well, there's 7 or 8 different species of shark in this tank.
Yeah, I saw
It just kind of depends what you're looking for. We have 300 or 400 of those. In this tank, there are over 50,000 fish here total. And it's often changing. There's a couple of them are larger, groupy. So we have a cat in here. These guys can live up to 50 years. This is my favorite small window in here. So there's one of our black blotch-tailed rays or whatever. He has taken over the top of this rock as his territory, and so he'll come up over the top of that. He'll swim around the bottom. He'll swim back up over the top. And it's really cool. These guys are in their sleep mode right now. Normally you'd see them in the top couple feet of the water column, but at night they'll come down. They'll settle. They'll tighten up into smaller, tighter schools. You would never see this happen during the day.
I've never seen fish move like that.
Yeah, but this window is very deceptive.
Oh wow!
It's very deep,
Wow.
and you don't see that. Everybody's like. This is the second largest window in the world. It's the second largest by like 10 or 12 square inches. It's really close to being the largest.
so